So today we've been given some news that I've been looking forward to for quite some time, much like with the previous devlog I covered. And that is the news that Britain is getting a Cold War light tank in the form of the FV-107 Scimitar, which is going to be coming to the British tech tree at rank 5. So the reason I'm excited for this news is because at the moment Britain doesn't have any Cold War light tanks. We did recently get the Fox armoured car, which was a very welcome addition to the British tech tree, but other than that, the only other sort of light tank type of vehicle is the Warrior IFV, which is a very late Cold War vehicle, but we don't have any of the iconic light tanks that were used by Britain during the Cold War. So the addition of the Scimitar is a very welcome bit of news for me. And looking at the vehicle itself, it is very similar to the Fox armoured car in many respects. For example, it has the same 30mm Radan cannon, so if you're already used to the cannon on the Fox armoured car, you already know what you're going to be getting for the Scimitar, and it will be firing the exact same ammunition types, with your APDS shell being your top tier shell to use in game. And in addition to that, it has a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun and smoke grenades for concealment. Speed is actually a little bit inferior, topping out at about 50 miles per hour, so slower than the Fox armoured car. And armour is of course going to be very light. There is a bit of sloping at the front, but the armour is only made out of aluminium alloy, which has a 0.5 multiplier in game. So 40mm of armour only provides 20mm of protection. So this is only really going to protect you against heavy machine gun fire and maybe some autocannons, but anything heavier than that is going to go straight through the frontal armour. And to be honest, from the sides, it's mostly flat-sided, so there possibly even heavy machine gun fire will go straight through. So definitely not a vehicle you want to take into straight-up fights with more heavily armoured enemies. And then lastly, your crew count is 3. So like I say, this is a very welcome addition to the British tech tree, and hopefully paves the way for more British Cold War light tanks to be added to War Thunder. For example, we're still missing the FV-101 Scorpion, of which about 3,000 were built, compared to just a few hundred Scimitars. So definitely a vehicle that should be added to War Thunder. Of course, unfortunately, it only uses a 76mm gun firing Hess shells with about 80mm of penetration, so it might be a little bit hard to balance in game. But there is also the Scorpion 90, which uses a much more effective 90mm gun, and that would be much easier to balance in game. And then you've also got the Sabre and FV-43230. The Sabre is a Scorpion hull with the turrets from the Fox armoured car, and so the latter is the FV-432 APC, also fitted with turrets from the Fox armoured car. And then of course we've also got the Saladin armoured car, which could be added as well. So basically there's a whole bunch of British Cold War light tanks and armoured cars that could still be added, and hopefully with the addition of the Scimitar we'll be seeing more of them, and I am looking forward to the Scimitar being added to War Thunder. So anyway, just a quick video for today, hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've been Tyranno, and I'll see you next time.